Unscripted.
Sony brought the heat today. There's no doubt about it. They dropped some incredible PlayStation 5 information. And again, this is stuff that, maybe should have been revealed a little bit earlier. But again, if you think about what Sony actually revealed with the PlayStation 4, we didn't get things like the UI until almost a week before launch. So maybe it isn't such a strange thing to have, such a long wait before we actually see some of this stuff. I have to say that it was very much worth the wait indeed if you actually take a look at the breakdown and see all the things that they offered in terms of this state of play that they surprised everybody with today, which I'm going to cover here. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. They did a really good job of sort of formatting this and kind of getting the key points of next generation apart. I think one of the things that I like most about this is the fact that it is a next generation leap into what they're doing. It doesn't feel like more of the same, and I absolutely love that, because as a fan, when you upgrade and you buy new console hardware, you want those things and those options that weren't possible and that weren't there on the older hardware. So you want all the stuff that you had that worked well, and then you want more than that on the next hardware. And I think that's where Sony really sort of excels. And you could just tell that Sony is definitely a company that is driven by gamers. You know what I mean? It's just so well thought out, and everything they do is just really just sort of thought out so well. And I have to say, wow, just kudos to you, Sony. You impressed me. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. If you're looking for a simple way to support a small channel like my own, a simple like goes a long way, and it's completely free for you to do. Please, just a simple like is all I ask. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, and if you could just like it, that would be tremendous. You could also share it out, take a minute to consider subscribing, and shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everybody in between. You're fantastic people. So I want to jump right back into this, though, because we did get our official first look at the PlayStation 5 next generation user experience with the UI. They actually showed off everything: control center, activities, all that kind of stuff. Really smart and intelligent sounding things. Now, here's the thing. Sony could have stayed pat, right? Like, the moves that Sony makes with their UI, with their controller, are moves that a company that completely dominated a generation normally wouldn't make. That's what the great thing is. Now, they completely overhauled their UI. They completely overhauled their controller. These are things that really prove that they're listening to fans and they're not getting complacent with what they're offering. So I really do think that that's something that more people should appreciate in terms of us fans and things like that. This looked really great. The UI is actually integrated right into the games, offering loads into games at an instant. This is what I have to say. So I don't know per se if they have instant resume for such and such amount of games, right? Like, I think Xbox, it's 5 games or whatever, but it cold boots games in less than 2 to 4 seconds. So that's actually faster than the instant resumes on Xbox when you get right down to it. So I feel like they really come out on top here. It's really player focused. It really puts you deeper into the game, and it's experiencing, like, it's putting you at the center of the experience. These are really fantastic things that they're offering that sort of kind of revolutionize what they're doing. One of the big things to me that they were doing was they built the store right into the console, so there's no more app for that. Like, I know that some of you might not have the best internet like me, and so when you're loading stores, it tends to take a while to load and there could be issues. Now the store is built right into the console, which I think really is fantastic. And also another thing that we got to see was they switched from Sackboy, and you can see this on the video that they have at 7 minutes 14 seconds to Destruction All-Stars splash screen at 7.15. So yeah, it's really that fantastic. They really did a fantastic job of showing it off. It's really crisp and clean, and wow, I just, for me personally, I'm just kind of like out here saying, this is incredible. I can't believe that they were able to do it. So the solid state drive boots right into the PlayStation Control Center, and then now there's also the create button. The UI system controls doesn't take you out of the game anymore. There's picture-in-picture, so picture-in-picture everything. Okay, so think about this. they were demonstrating playing Sackboy, and they brought up, and there's some of the stuff that, there's been around for a little bit. Okay, like you can track your trophies, right? But better than tracking your trophies, you pull it up the picture-in-picture, and it comes up, and it tells you exactly how much longer they estimate you have left on a level, right? And it also, if you're stuck on a part, you bring it up picture-in-picture, and there's like a video tutorial that's right on your same screen. You don't have to go search the web or look on your phone or anything like that. It's like side by side that shows you how to do it. You can bring it up and do that as well. Like I said, the PlayStation 5 store, no longer an app. It means it's very much quicker in doing what you got to do, in getting your games and stuff like that. Play completion tracking as well. They have a super focus on games themselves, and it realistically just really kind of took over the entire interface with how they were able to achieve this. So of course, I'm going to link this so you guys can check it out. They decided to share the very first look at the PlayStation 5 user experience. One of the things that I liked about this as well, so the picture-in-picture thing is really cool, okay? That's something that I think everybody will admit. Not only is that really cool, but you can watch your friends' games in that picture-in-picture, okay? I think that's incredible. That's really, really neat. That's an awesome feature. You can actually see into your friends' games. I mean, obviously, they have to probably allow it, and, you have to okay that on your thing or whatever. But I thought that was a really fantastic feature, and they really kind of drove home exactly what's going on and what everybody should be excited about. Again, Sony did a fantastic job with getting this. You can create clips, you can edit clips right in the little picture-in-picture. You're going to be able to add things to it with the create button. You can, like I said, you can figure out how close you are to finishing a game. If you're stuck, you can watch your friends play. It's really awesome stuff. I think one of the cooler things that they actually did was also voice dictation. So if you're actually sending, if you're actually sending somebody a message, or you're trying to save something or like save a picture, you could just talking to your controller and it dictates it for you into that. So I thought they did a really fine job with that, and just overall how fast that they absolutely made this stuff come across is really just a significant upgrade over anything we've ever seen before on the UI. Now, I hate to really kind of bring Microsoft into this because, everybody expects you to bring Microsoft into it, but I just have to say, it just makes so much sense that you have to bring Microsoft into it. Microsoft decided to kind of do things the old-fashioned way, kept the same UI, really didn't do much in terms of generating new buzz for their UI. In fact, their UI is still technically in beta, so there is that, and people are going to have to kind of, I guess, deal with that as it comes along. But at the same time, I just feel like for a company that was dead last this generation, they didn't invent much on the UI. They didn't invent much on the controller. They kind of stayed put with what they had, and let me be honest, that that UI that's on the Xbox, it's been in flux for 7+ years now. It ain't it, chief. And having that app, people might think that it's super fast, but if you don't have really quick internet, then you're not going to get the benefits of having the new Xbox store, whereas Sony's is built right into it, and that's a fantastic user experience at the end of the day, a truly next-gen user experience at that. I think Sony did such a fantastic job kind of portraying exactly what that's about and what they're bringing to the table. And I just got to give props to Sony for being able to pull that off, because now we see why they waited so long to actually show this stuff. It looks absolutely stunning and gorgeous and fantastic and completely new, and they just really are kind of one-upping Microsoft at every turn when it comes to these little tangible things to a new console generation. It's like, shortly after Sony announced this surprise state of play, you had Aaron Greenberg on Twitter tweeting about being able to play thousands of old games, right? It's like, which would you rather have? A brand new next generation console that looks like they spent time actually designing it. It looks futuristic. It's, future proof, very powerful, but well-rounded. Would you rather have that with exclusive games and even more exclusive games coming next year as well? The ability to play VR if you want. You had all this great stuff, and this new user interface, new controllers, new everything. Or would you rather spend another $500 on a new console and play old games? right? Like, I mean, it shouldn't even really, it does, I know it sounds silly when you say it out loud, right? It does, it just sounds completely ridiculous. So to me, it is a completely ridiculous kind of comparison. Just Sony kind of running circles around Microsoft right now, and it's not even funny at this point. It's just, I think they just did such a great job, and Sony even kind of threw some shade at Xbox with the Craig meme and stuff as well. So, you know, I think that's something that realistically is fine, because that's really shows the competition aspect, and it's just a little bit. I mean, heck, Microsoft has been throwing shade. It's only fair for Sony to go back and throw some as well. So anyway, I thought this was fantastic and really nice to see, and I also think that, you know, Sony has come a long way. They really pay attention. They really listening to fans. They're doing a fantastic job. Bravo to Sony for just completely destroying Microsoft in this aspect. I know I say it a lot or whatever, but they really, really did a number on Microsoft here. They did. This is some great stuff. So I would really love your guys' thoughts and opinions on this down below. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Xbox Live. Hit me up on PSN. Please, everybody, stay safe, happy, and healthy. Take care of one another. It really is important. If you would just please send a like, or, you know, go ahead and subscribe. Take a minute to consider subscribing. I do daily content, unscripted content, by the way, and you're all appreciated and welcomed here. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you very much again. Rack 'em up. Game on, my friends. Game on. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.